Greetings, programs, and welcome back to ArcNeo Reviews, where today we're going to go ahead and get started on a, I guess, continuation of a series. So, a while back, I looked at the Studio Series Movie 1 Megatron. So today we're going to look at Studio Series Movie 2 Megatron. And, forewarning, I got this guy Sans instructions, and he's just complicated enough that even after watching a couple videos, I'm not 100% on if I'm going to do this correctly or not, but I figured why not. He's still really cool. I really like him. We'll talk about him. So, as you can see, here he is in his ridiculous Cybertronian tank mode. Visible head sticking out. That was, like, completely in the movie, so this is, accurate. Again, this is Megatron. He doesn't do the hiding thing so much. He does have little, I want to say these are camber wheels or something they're called like that, but, he's got some little pathetic wheels, and he barely has enough clearance that he can, roll, basically slide back and forth. Very messy alt mode, but to be fair, yeah, this was in messy alt mode. So, really quick for comparison, here he is with the Movie 1 Studio Series Megatron. And, yeah, this thing was insanely big for a Voyager class figure, especially in its alt mode. And for fun, while this figure's not complete, so I can't actually review him yet, this was the actual Voyager figure they released back when the movie came out. Yeah, it was a weird color. It looks completely wrong. This has nothing to do with being a tank more than just being a UFO. So, yeah, there's that. Just because it's funny, here he is with the Legends class figure from back in the day. Shockingly accurate little tiny guy. As well as here is the, my next video, Movie 3 Leader Class Megatron. Almost called him Optimus Prime. Too many primetime videos. But yeah, so there you can see how they stack up. So, like I said, I'm not 100% on my ability to transform this guy, so you're going to have to take this with a grain of salt. This is the best I could figure out how you're supposed to do him. You'd think with a newer figure, I'd be able to find, some scans of the instructions or something, but, so far, no. So, get started, gonna go ahead and just unpeg the, whole side treads from the main body, swing them out, turn them over, and then, these big panels are on double hinges, and as you see, there's a little tab right there, slot down in there. Just go ahead and bring these up. Get them tabbed in as best you can. There is a very good chance when you do this that this piece will just pop off. They are ridiculously prone to falling off. But go ahead, get them on there. Rotate the legs down to start getting them in position. Rotate them around. Then I'm going to leave the legs for a moment and go up and finish the upper body. So, upper body on this guy is thankfully very easy. Just going to bring the head forward a little bit. Get this back panel wiggled free. It is pegged in a few places. So, wiggle it free. Bring it forward that one click so that you get the clearance to bring out the arms. Just like that. Then you're going to fold up this whole back section and bring it forward. And then you just kind of fuss with it until you're able to get these slots right here on the shoulders to come back and tab in to those spots right there. So this could take me a second. This could happen on its own. And what do you know? One of these fell off while I wasn't even touching it. Like I said, these fall off. But go ahead. Just get everything lined up, and eventually that'll peg in. Go ahead and peg it in on the other side. Just kind of move the arms forward, get them out of the way. You're going to bring the hips up on these double hinges right here. Again, pretty tight. See if I can put his thigh back on. Wow, this thing is wanting to fight me. There we go. So again, bring that up. Then the feet on this guy are very strange, actually. So you're going to take this piece and slide it down to where you actually will get some articulation out of it. Go ahead and pull this back so you can move things into position there. Then, see, I'm going to have to remember how to do this. Fold this piece down. This piece is on a kind of angled double hinge. That, let's see if I can get this to actually cooperate with me to go where it needs to go here. One second, like I said, not used to this guy. Okay, no, I'm being stupid. Yeah, that is where it goes, and then you just take this back piece here and bring that down. That was the part that was messing me up. So, you do that, put this piece back on. He really likes to come apart. And then you're just going to slightly split the foot. It's weird because like these will open up way, way further. But that's all the more you're supposed to really open them. So, same thing over here. Go ahead. Slide it down. Move this back. Get that in position. Bring this piece out and around on its double hinge. Fold this down. Fold that down. Split the toes. Then you're basically done. You know, all you're going to do is just get his arms, you know, rotate around in position. And there you have, let's see, not movie 2. The movie was called... As I break him to pieces yet again, my word. Revenge of the Fallen. That was the name of that terrible movie. Yeah, there you go. There you have him in his robot mode. And I really like this robot mode, you know? Some of these Studio Series figures, you can tell they were, you know, putting all their priority in the robot modes. I appreciate it, and I do really like how this guy turned out. As you can see, hopefully, he's got, you know, painted eyes, painted teeth, bits of this, you know, kind of copper everywhere. The one thing that I will agree with this guy was a problem was the gray. Normally, you know, a Megatron figure being mostly gray, you know, I'm fine with that. It's Megatron. Megatron's gray. This Megatron wasn't, though. So, honestly, this figure, should have looked like this. You know, with that nice metallic paint and everything, making them all shiny. Because, to be honest, this thing had more engineering in it than this did. I'm just too stupid to, you know, understand how this one works so far, because, again, I haven't had it very long, and I don't have instructions for it. Yeah, this thing should have been silver. That aside, it is a really cool figure. You can kind of, you know, pivot this forward to, you know, get his head in different positions, even though it will look kind of weird. The head is on a ball joint, so it's got, you know, not much down, but a lot of up. Full rotation. Can tilt back and forth a little bit, depending on the angle that you've got it at. Once again, pops apart very easily. I don't know what it is about this figure and coming apart so easily. But at the same time, it has mostly, you know, those hinges where there's not a pin. So I guess it's just that. They should have used more pins on him. Articulation-wise, the shoulders both rotate full 360. Shoulders move out and up really, really well. He's got bicep swivel. It's got a little bit over 90 degrees at the elbow. He does have some articulation for his weird, you know, creepy spike fingers here, which I do really appreciate. On this side, obviously, he's got basically his fusion cannon, and no real articulation for it other than, if I can get a hold of it here, this little side thumb right there, and this, which is ridiculous and wonderful, and makes me wonder why the heck he has that silly little side thumb. This thing serves no purpose when he's got this coming off of the arm. Nothing at the waist, unfortunately. I kind of feel like they could have figured out how to get a waist rotation in there, but they didn't. Oh well. Really, really good range on the hips, even if, again, this stupid piece keeps popping off and falling off every 5 seconds. You can kick forward all the way. You can kick back basically all the way if you bring the leg out a little bit to clear the backpack. He does have a thigh swivel. And then, you know, he's got that knee joint and this knee joint, and there is ankle tilt there. You can adjust how wide apart you want the toes. You can move this little piece out, or, you know, move the heel back if you want. It's a little hard to do with the angle I have to hold him at, but... Oh, and you can also even angle these little back guns however you want. And also, shout out to a pretty clean backpack. He's very noticeably hollow, unfortunately, but that's something that you can say about a lot of figures, so I can't really hold that against him specifically. And for size comparison, if I can keep the camera to stay in focus, here he is alongside the Movie 1 Voyager figure in robot mode, and here he is with the Movie 3 Leader Class figure in robot mode. So, yeah, they were pretty consistent with Megatron's size, because, as I understand, he basically stayed around the same size throughout the trilogy. That fourth and fifth movie, those... I don't know what you're talking about. So, end of the day, with this guy... I think it's just a matter of QC or something with, you know, these panels being so bad on mine. I don't know. It could just also be me being an idiot and the fact that, as you saw clearly, I don't fully know how this guy works. I am assuming that I have him right here. This is what every picture I've seen of him looks like. Then again, that's not always the best thing to go off of, because I've ran across several times where the official Hasbro, you know, shots of how the figure looks they got it wrong. They mistransformed it. They had a part on there that doesn't actually go anymore. So who knows? Only main gripe with him that I can really say holds up is he should have been silver. There are even 2 versions of this mold. You can get this same figure, but with like a bit of battle damage to his face and stuff. They're both just gray. They really, really should have had at least some silver. Like, you're not going to know this, hopefully, from watching. But I've had to spend an ungodly amount of time this video just sitting here trying to get things to focus. Because, you know, I know he looks probably pretty bland on this video. So bland it makes my tongue stop working. That's because it is. Like, this shade of gray they use, the way they molded it, you know, he's got a lot of really nice, just little details. But they just vanish into this dull, lifeless gray. And it's really weird. But I still can't say I dislike him. He looks really great. You know, yeah, he's a little hollow in the middle. He looks good from the back. He looks good from the front. If you keep his arm down, he looks good from the side. He's actually fun to mess with. You know, I can't say that about, you know, other figures I've looked at and other figures I haven't looked at. You know, there's fun to be had with this guy. He looks cool for the most part. I probably just need to get some silver paint and give him a dry brush or something. Or, you know, maybe do a wash to go down in those grooves and stuff. So, he needed paint. But I do still recommend him. You know, he is just a Voyager figure. If you run across him, you're probably going to get him for a pretty good deal. That's the way to get this guy. He's not worth full price. But if you can get a deal on him, it is kind of nice for us to actually have a version of, you know, Revenge of the Fallen Megatron that looks like Revenge of the Fallen Megatron instead of some weird blue UFO thing. But anyway, this has been ArcNeo Masato. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.